loud. Okay. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Learn and Earn with Molly and Team Onward. It is January 23rd. We have a week to go in this month. I can't believe it. People are going to be joining a little at a time. Of course, our team is all over the country. I think last check, our team members, I think we were in 39 or 40 states. You can believe it. And we used to have one in Alaska and Hawaii too. We don't have them anymore, but we used to have them too. I was so excited about that when it happened. Um, but welcome for those who are here. I had been just talking to Lorena and Letitia. We're talking about business and in some cases getting started. Letitia was an Avon rep before and she's back in the business and trying to gather her customers again or people that she knew. Lorena was talking about the struggle of the new year and trying to get back into the swing of things. And she had an event that had been canceled. And so now, of course, she's trying to, basically sell the product that she has here. And just the fact we're talking about the weather, how the weather is just crazy and sometimes puts a stop to us for sure. Sharon's on here. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. I know she is back in town. She has been out of town with family for a while. And Sharon was actually one of our bigger, she's also one of our top leaders on the team, but she's also one of our top sellers. But she earned the Michael Kors bag and wallet
Oh, wow.
on the bag incentive. And I for
Congratulations.
yeah, for some reason I knew she was going to have her eye on that. I don't know why I thought she would want it, but I thought if I draw her name, I know she gonna want that bag. Sure enough, I know my team. So it was really exciting to get things like that in their hands. We gave away so many things, and I say gave them away, but they were well earned for sure. So it was really, really, really awesome to be able to take things that I've had here or things that I've earned from Avon that in almost 20 years, it'll be this year, I can only use so many bags and stuff. Or they used to give us bags every single trip. Every single trip we'd walk away with a different bag. And I'm like, I couldn't use them all if I wanted to. So we decided that we would give them to people who have earned them. And how exciting. Hey, girl, haven't seen you on here in a long time. Good to see you. Good to see you. That's awesome.
Hi.
Um, so she
He's
said,
almost four now.
oh my goodness, look at you. Growing up, growing up. Daggone, don't blink. He's gonna be graduating soon. Don't blink. I'm just gonna tell you for sure. Sharon said she did receive her designer bag. You're welcome, my friend. I hope every time you use it or you use that wallet, Sharon, I don't want you to think of me. It's okay if you think of me, but I want you to think of your success in what you do every day, the way you show up for your team, the way you show up for your customers. Times have not been easy here in Avon for sure the last few months with them trying to get products and things like that back on the shelf for us. But how exciting when you can walk away with something that you want. So that's awesome. So talking about business, talking about how do we move? Have you ever like I've had customers who have placed an order and something has happened in their life, and when something happens in their life, sometimes they can't get the order, and so then you have these products, and you're like, don't really want to return them. What can I do with them? And it ends up that for me, I had to learn how to basically learn what that product does because somewhere out there is somebody who is looking for something that product does. Somebody is looking for it. They want that thing for the driest skin, or maybe they break out in a rash on their legs in the winter time, or maybe it ends up that let me see here. For some reason it's not letting people in here. I don't know why. Come on, admit them all. Admit them all. Admit them all. It's not supposed to be asking that, but it is. supposed to just let y'all in if you got the code. So how do we basically get those, how do we get those products moved? What I would tell you is for me, it's always been about knowing what that product does. And now in the day of texting, what I've done so I don't have to send something back or just send it back to get my money back is basically to say, hey, um, this is a product I have. This product is normally this amount. You know what you paid for it. But at this point, I am I am going to let this product go for this amount. This is what it does. This is what it does. I mean, you can do that on social media, you can do that in texting, you can do that anywhere, really. But I think it's what the comfort zone is for you because it's not doing you any good there on the shelf. Or sometimes, hey, Janae, good to see you. Denise is on here. Sharon found her way back in here and dumped her, and boy, she's back in here now, which is good. Um, I believe that there's a way, and sometimes for me, especially if it's a bigger bottle, sometimes I'll say I'm going to take that bottle, I'm going to make up a little note about what this product does, and I make up my own personal samples, and I'll put them in the bag, or I'll give them out to people, or I took them to work, whatever that looks like, and sooner or later, you've got somebody who's like, oh wow, I like this. I would love to have this. Those people for things like makeup, skincare, body care, shower care, whatever it is, those repeat sales are what you want. Earrings are great. The clothes are great. The shoes are great. Decorations are great. But all of the rest will bring you repeat customers when they love the product or when you show them what you love about the product. Um, Sometimes making baskets up. A lot of people have done that. I've done that for events. Sharon says can't. Let me see if I can. Yeah, Sharon, I don't know why. Yeah, try to come back in again, Sharon. It's not letting me unmute you either, babe. She's gonna try to come back in here again. She always has good stuff for us as far as ideas and everything. Um, I think there's a lot of different things you can do, especially if you're following in the groups, the Onward No Matter What group, the Team Onward group, what people put in there, what has worked for them. Um, Sometimes if somebody's order is big enough and I want to reward them, I never reward them with something that they already use. I always reward them with something that I want them to try. I think that's the key to a lot of it is turning them on to a different product and hoping that they'll like it. I have found a lot of people have never tried the vitamin C line. And I will take, the scrub, the new vitamin C scrub they came out with. That stuff is absolutely amazing. It's really, really easy to package into like smaller. You can go to the dollar store and you can get the little containers. You can get them through Amazon, whatever. Lane says, Mommy, your friend had a present for me. The present kicks and scrub. Well, if you don't ask, you don't receive. I completely understand it. Absolutely. Um, but I think that
Oh no, you got to finish reading that. It gets better.
oh Lord have mercy.
You're apparently
Let
in
me
jail,
see.
Molly.
When I told you, oh, your friend's in jail. Well, apparently I'm in jail. Yeah, that's what the backboard. I know it looks like it, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, that is so fun. I am. I just don't have my handcuffs. I'm in jail. Yes, I
He's
am.
all about knowing what everybody is on here doing. So I just thought,
That's
there's your laugh for
okay.
the
That
night.
is fine. That's what it's all about. Remember, Janae, when they were that little? Do you remember? Oof. Janae's are growing up fast too. I'll tell you, it's crazy. Um, so I think it's a lot of what is it? We want to turn them on to things that they normally, um, maybe they normally wouldn't use it. Maybe they normally wouldn't think about. Maybe they go right past those pages and they think, oh, vitamin C, I'm good. I don't need that. A lot of people, my people used to say, well, I take vitamin C. I don't need that. And I'm like, no, no, girl, this is different. Different vitamin C. Come on now. This is something you need for your skin. So the craziness of how do we how do we move something that we have in our possession? Sometimes Avon gives you something free and it's not something for you. But I do believe that there is always a way and there's a way to share. And sometimes it is good just to take the bite on a product and share it. And you hope you'll pick up one or two customers who love it. And by the way, if you know you've given them the sample, it is always a really great thing to call them and go, hey, have you had a chance to use that vitamin C scrub that I gave you? I use it. It's amazing. It's great. Maybe they haven't, maybe they passed it on, maybe they didn't like it. But my next question is, what about it didn't you like? Why? You're getting information from your customer. You're getting information that's going to help you know what not to present to her the next time. What is she looking for? Well, maybe I can find you something, because sometimes it's just the smell. Sometimes it's, oh, I really didn't like the smell of that. Oh, I loved what it did for my skin, but then the smell lingered, whatever it is that that looks like. So there's all different ways to handle things like that. We have a week left for campaign two. Campaign two, which they're already out of the Nutura cream. Avon reps do what Avon reps do when something's been out for a very long time and then it comes back in. They have PTSD and they buy up every freaking bottle in the store is what they did, and that is what they did this time. Not so good for Avon, because this is supposed to be what was given free if they ordered so much on whatever pages. But Avon is giving them something else. They normally always good about that, adding something else. We're hoping that because now that they are manufacturing this again with the new manufacturers, that we're going to see that back on the shelves very soon. Oh, Denise, I know. I was going to ask you how you were feeling. Look, it happens, girl. It happens. You know, the great thing about even when you got the crud and even when life is happening or maybe something with your kids or something with somebody's health, I think one of the best things that we have now in Avon is really great that before we didn't have all this social media. We didn't have ways that even when I'm laying in bed and I feel like, ugh, but even like the other day when I sent out the campaign two specials to everybody who's in the text program here on the team, I was not having a good day. I had a headache. I had been out in the cold working all day and I was all wrapped up in a blanket and I thought, what can I? And I said, oh, I haven't sent this out yet. And I thought, let me send this out to everybody. The great thing of texting on the smartphone and saying, hey, is there something here? You know, use this to send to your customers. Sometimes it's not so much of what you're jumping in to do that you're like, hey, if you find something or you want these, give me a text back, whatever. And sometimes you can keep something in the business going. So very appreciative of technology when things happen in our life for sure. Let me go into the chat here and see. Dun. So excited to hear your perspective from the kickoff meeting this week. You know what? I'm always honest, and I was just did a live stream in the Onward No Matter What group about this, and the truth is, I'm hoping they're going to bring us some good news. What I really want to see from them is it's not about another trip. It's not about I want to see them give us a complete honest update about the product availability. And I had a representative who contacted me by email who had just came back to Avon. She wasn't on our team before, but she chose our team this time and she came back and she wanted to give Avon another try. And of course, she had done this text blast or email blast out to her customers, and her customers, you know how it is. Letitia will know what I'm talking about here. She came back. She's like, she had customers from before that knew what they liked and knew what they wanted, right? And she had
Yes.
some same, and sometimes when they don't have it, she said, my customers, she said, four of them now have found it totally unacceptable that they're telling me they're putting this on a wait list until September of 2024. I, honest to God, had to turn around and send that email to corporate because I said, how am I supposed to respond to this? She, yes, of course, tried to turn them on to other products. It's not what they wanted. And um, I think that I think the big deal with everything is I told her, look, there, let them know there's a manufacturing issue. And the thing is, what you all need to understand about the dates, it could be that that product won't be available till September. But that is the absolute worst case scenario. They're obviously hoping that the products are going to be available long before that. But these new manufacturers are having to reproduce these products one thing at a time. And when you have 200 to 300 products to reproduce one at a time, like it or not, it is time consuming. And what we're lacking right now is some of the standbys. Skin so soft, bonus size lotions, things like that. I tried my best to say, hold on to what you're doing. And she got back to me. And of course, she's not blaming me. She's not mad at me. She said, this is another time I've come back and they didn't have it. And I can't do this. She says it's not healthy for me. So there wasn't anything I could say about that, except, I wish you well. And I really hope that I'm going to be able to come back to you soon and tell you that things are better. I hope they're going to tell us things are better, Janae. What is my outlook? It's 2 hours, which is a whole lot shorter than what we're used to, of course, with anything kickoff wise. What I'm hoping for is a direct partnership again. I'm hoping for transparency. Um, I'm hoping that I am hoping that they leave us with something that will also make this journey more fun and easier. Sharon was talking 2 weeks ago when we had this, and she was talking about things that she did for her team, for her customers, grabbing things from the What's New, making sure that things were available, this kind of thing, presenting it, putting urgency behind it. I need to hear from you on this date. And her hard work definitely has produced sales for her 100%. But I'm here to tell you that it should be easier for her than what she's doing. I'm here to say that the Avon that I've been a part of for 20 years would make that a whole lot easier for her, would make it a heck of a lot more fun. So the work was already done and all she'd have to do is share. That's what would happen. So what I'm hoping for is these kinds of things. I don't know. I don't know. And I would love to tell you, ooh, wait till you find out. Now, we know because we've seen blasts of if you're, I think, Premier or President's Club and above, they're starting to do some things different for anniversary celebrations. What they do for you is according to how many years you've been with the company, where your loyalty has been for how long. And then I also saw they're doing something different for birthdays now, rather than just dropping a product in the box and saying thank you or whatever. They're offering things like, $40 or $10 off your next order that you put. I believe those are things that definitely the representatives can use. And that they want. And it does show that they're definitely trying to do more. What we need is for them to put the product in the box, because if you put the product in the box, 100% problems are solved. And if you don't have to worry about when you're putting something together, whether it's a packet or whether it's a bundle, when you don't have to worry about that and it's there. Hey, Ashley, good to see you, babe. Glad you could join us. Um, I believe that when that happens, it makes it fun for us. Um, I don't know if there's anybody here tracking for the cruise. That's all right, girl. We all got dishes to do. It's all right. We just glad you showed up. We glad you're here. Um, I know that I'm not tracking well for the cruise right now, and that's me, your leader. I'm not tracking well. So many of my customers are waiting for the 10% of products that Avon does not have in the box right now. and it has really hurt. And so if I'm still getting the product, I'm getting my product from other Avon reps or Avon licensed beauty centers, the owners that I know, trying to make my customers happy, but it's costing me in sales. And yeah, believe me, when there's an eye cream and we don't have it like the multi-performance eye cream anew, I've tried everything from the Farm RX to everything else to turn people on. The eye lift, which of course is my favorite. And believe me, somebody wants a pizza, you can offer them lobster tail. But if they want pizza, they want pizza. It's simple. They know what they want, and my customers know what they want. So, for a couple of campaigns in a row, I've been lacking, $200 or $300 in sales a campaign. That hurts when you're used to putting in, five, six, $700 campaigns. It hurts. Um, this campaign, I've kind of picked up what Sharon is doing and trying to put things together for customers and sending them out there and doing the urgency. What I didn't do, I must not have done enough urgency or enough research, Sharon. It was going so well, and one of the things is not available. It's not available now. And I was like losing my mind, like, wait a minute, I just did this and it was here. And now it's not. So I had like the biggest flub up that I could. And I was like, oh Lord. Now, good thing is with what it was, the product, I could say, hey, but this isn't going to be coming, but this is what I can do. This is what I can do. And some of them said no, and a couple of them said yes. Um, that hurts. I know. Sharon, I ran with your idea. Sister, I did, but I should have picked a different bundle. I should have done it, I guess. But the deal is for the sales that I do have for the people who did say okay, it's good. But I realize for the first time, that's what made me address this about Sharon is what she did took a lot of time and a lot of effort. I need you to know that that is not how it's supposed to be. You're going to do what you can to make it work, to make your numbers, to make your customers happy, to get them. You are going to do whatever it is you have to do because as a rep, that's what we do for our customers and for our team. But I'm telling you that I am hoping they're going to bring more fun. I'm hoping they don't bring more product incentives until they get the product straight. What am I hoping? I'm hoping that whatever incentive they bring, I'm hoping that it's not going to be based on just products and sales. And I don't know, since we're a direct selling company, if you can really do that because it is based on products. But if you can't get, or you knew you collected the orders of all these deodorants or these bonus bottles of lotion, whatever, and you knew, and let's say you had three, you did your job, you sold them, you did your job, you had the orders, but then the orders don't come in, it's not fun. I need you to know I feel you. I feel you 100% when that happens. Um, for me, sometimes I didn't notice it as much because when you have a whole lot of customers that you've acquired over a lot of years, your sales are still coming in. But what I have noticed in keeping track now is how big my sales should have been. Been trying to be grateful for the sales I have for sure. But the struggle is real right now with us, but we're trying to make the best out of it that we can, trying to take the products that are available and trying to reintroduce them. That's what I'm doing. That works much better for me with a new customer than it does a customer who's been with me for 15 years and they just know what they like. They just know what they love. Hi, Khadijah. Good to see you here, my friend. Haven't seen you in a long time on here. So good to see your name pop up. Um, so what I'm going to tell you is we're linking arms and we're fighting the good fight. 7 years into my 20 years, I went full time with this business and never regretted a day of it and still don't regret a day of it. I need you to know that. None of it. Don't regret any of it. But one thing is for sure, I am back to working another job. I've had some medical bills and stuff that have come up over the last year, the year and a half. And the lack of not having the products in the box hasn't just hurt us singularly as representatives, but also as a team and team sales. So what I would tell you above all is just keep trying to go after what is available. And Avon does have these things out now in the what's new that it'll say it says out for now, see what's in. And if you what your customer wants is on the outside, then you can go over to the inside and it will say this is what we recommend instead of this product. For instance, the moisture therapy lip balm has been out. And even though I have a whole lot of those because they were part of an incentive 2 years ago, a lot of people are looking for that. And it's like, well, offer the tropical coconut lip balm. Well, that's really great, except the thing that moisture therapy, what people like about that is how well it works, but they don't have to taste the coconut. They like the moisture therapy because there's no taste to it. They don't have to worry about that. I think for everybody, for some people, be like, okay, well, I'll try it. But what happens is they'll say to me, I wanted 10 of the moisture therapy. I'll take one of those and see how I like it. But sometimes it can work out. I did turn a customer in who loves the soft and the Skin So Soft original body lotion, and I turned them on to the Face Shop Jeju Aloe Hand and Body Lotion because I had been using that, and she ended up really liking that. So I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get a home run every time, but you won't strike out every time either. So never, especially with what we're going through right now, never be scared to offer an alternative. And this can help you. And this you can see online too. Not if you haven't placed an order and you're like, well, Molly, I don't have a what's new book. That's okay. You can look and see all of this online underneath the what's new. Um, where you can flip through it and see. Like right now, the new brightening serum, you can't get that, but they're recommending the Pineapple Plus Farm X Jelly Serum. If you can't get the Natura, the Banishing Cream. Sometimes this works, and especially with things like the orange and honeysuckle bubble bath, that's not available, but we do have other ones that are available. Let them know what scents you have, what the other ones are. We're trying to help ourselves through this. I think one of my biggest ones, again, I said the new ultimate multi-purpose, multi-performance eye system. That in the multi-performance, well, day cream and the night cream, when that's not available, that's a hard hit. That's a hard hit for me because that's something that my 20-year customers have been on forever. And yes, I love the dual eye system. I love the eye lift. But I have to tell you, I thought for sure they'd love it and maybe turn to that. They didn't. They sent it back. They know what they love. So again, when they have it in their head, think about going to a restaurant and you just know that you want the mint mousse tracks, like it's your favorite. You know what you want. You go into the ice cream parlor, you know you want that. Your mind is set on it, and they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out, but we do have the Reese's Pieces or whatever," and you're thinking, "Okay, I get it, and it's probably good, but no, what a letdown! You don't have it. I don't want that. I'm not going to spend the money for it." Um, we need Avon to keep working hard to put our products in the back box because it hinders everything. It hinders incentives. Um, I don't, nobody, I don't, can't, haven't looked at the chat. Is anybody tracking for the cruise right now? I'm looking. Back orders and out of stocks can really hurt. Ashley, you're absolutely right. They can. Um, I think it would be easier as well. 10% of affected products weren't our key performers. Janae just said a mouthful there, and she's right. You will hear them say, and I'm hoping they're not going to say this on Friday, but you'll hear them say, we are only short 10% or 9% or 11%. of the products. Everything else is available. My question to you is, what percentage of that 10% that they don't have of those products are they our top performers in the business? For instance, when they didn't have Skin So Soft, that hurt us bad. People couldn't get Skin So Soft, man. That was huge. That was huge. I mean, people were not losing $50 in sale. They were losing hundreds of dollars in sales. So don't be sold on the fact that just because they're saying 10%, it's the 10% of the stuff. You can't get Wild Country deodorant right now. I have 3 new men as customers who saw my signs down here in North Carolina. I can't get them what they want. And I've said, but I can get you black suede, but I can get you the on duty. They don't want it. They want the Wild Country, and I can't get the Wild Country right now. So when they buy them 15 or 20 at a time, which is how they wanted to buy them from me, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Um, all I can do is say, you know what? I'm sorry, but I have you on the list. And when it comes in, you are the first. Yep, moisture therapy. Janae, you're 100% right. I have, Skin So Soft body lotion, bonus size. I can't get that right now. And I did try to give the lady the more expensive, which is what? The balance in the smooth. I tried to give her that and gave it to her at the price of the other one. And she sent it back. She said it's not what I want. I don't like it. The sheet mask. Yep. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm hoping they're going to address and tell us, is it coming back? All our Cucina products that were there and they're gone. I don't know where they went. It's just suddenly they're just gone. Is it because they're out of stock? Is it because they're discontinued? Are we not going to do those soaps anymore? The wipes that we had, the Cucina wipes, which if you knew how many customers I turned on to those wipes simply by giving somebody who had a $40 order or more a package of those wipes, and then they loved them and they wanted them and they bought them, but we can't get them right now. I am hoping things like that I can't get the answers from our AEs or whatever. I'm hoping that they will address things like that. What's coming back? What's not? Why isn't it coming back? Are you telling me that they weren't winners? How could they not be winners if we're sold out? So I don't know what the answers are. So what am I hoping for? Communication, partnership, for Avon to realize that we are the ones in the trenches here, that we are the ones taking care of the customers, that we are the ones who are responsible for being able to report back to the customers. We are the ones who are trying to make up for what we can't give them right now. And but we need to know. We need to be treated like partners. We need to know so we can tell the truth, so we're not making up stories. So those are things that I want to see. Um yeah, Ashley says sounds like that time That's so funny. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta read that. Hold on. She says, sounds like the time I went to McDonald's and they said they were out of fries. Girl, that is a sin. They are not allowed to do that. They are not allowed. But you're right. You're exactly right. They tell me they're out of fries. I'm gone. I don't even want double cheeseburger. I don't want the nuggets. I don't want nothing. Because if you ain't got the fries to go with it, I'm done. I'm done. You can tell me you don't have the hot mustard. I can deal with another dip, but don't tell me you don't have the fries. I am so here. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Janae says, I felt that way when many of our really good products are discontinued. Like, who's making that decision? Janae, I feel you so much with what you're saying, and I am the same way. What I can tell you is, on some occasions, what happened to be the winner for so many of us, because even as a team, sometimes we would rally around a product, and as a team, we would sell X amount of it. Um, the rest of Avon was not. And the thing is, if that's why, tell us. That's what I want to know. We weren't selling enough of this for us to validate production. Um, I think one of the big things from Avon too is they don't always give something a chance. Whether it's a perfume, I've talked to even creators up there in Avon who say we don't feel like the company gives a new scent or a new cream or a new home product or whatever it is, that we don't give it enough time to really let the reps get out there and saturate and talk about it and figure out what they love about it. So there is a problem with that. We hope they're going to iron all of that out. We hope. But I can't make any promises because the inside connections I did have, I don't have them. Um, or when Popeyes runs out of chicken, Lord have mercy. We don't have, well, we do have a Popeyes down here, but it's in Mooresville. We have Bojangles down here. I like Zaxby's
Oh my
better.
gosh, I
Zaxby.
miss Bojangles so much. Their
Yeah,
blueberry.
that's all we have down here, girl, is
Oh,
Bojangles, okay?
I miss Bojangles. Sorry, I didn't
We
mean
have,
to sidetracked off with the Popeyes too. I just thought about that too when she when she
no,
said that.
that was funny though. Let me tell you, you know what Popeyes has done now? I don't get this. Popeyes, the great onion rings they used to have. When I
Yeah.
came back up to Maryland, I went and was like, I just want a large onion ring. She goes, oh, we don't carry those anymore. Girl,
Oh,
I
the
needed to walk out the store.
audacity.
That was in summertime. I said, oh no. The reason I come here is not for your chicken, it is for your onion rings. I
That
am
would have
done.
been so
I am so
smart.
done with you, Popeyes.
To
Yeah.
piggyback off of your feedback earlier, what I think that needs to really be considered, that I hope that is considered, is that our corporate team, even though I appreciate everything that they're doing, because I know obviously coming from working a corporate job, we're not always going to get it right. However, when your ultimate purpose is to run a rep driven company, the reps have to be considered when these decisions are made too. It can't just only be about the business, because the way the product is pushed is by what our efforts are to get it out there. And when our customers are excited about it, and then you've pushed it for this long, and we've gotten them excited and they fall in love with it just as much as we fall in love with it, and then it's just gone, and it's not even like it's a clearance item that was a limited time offer or running out soon, we don't get anything. It's just no longer available, and it's like, well, what happened? Because that wasn't on the discontinued list, so where is it? Where did it go? That's the mark of communication that's being missed.
I agree. And let me jump on your coattails there and say this. My comparison to this is this. You know what? When I worked at Target and we ran out of stuff, but guess what I was then? I was an employee. I was still getting paid no matter what. So the
That
retail
part.
store makes the decision, but I was an employee and I'm still there working. It didn't matter that I wasn't putting it on the shelf because that wasn't my decision. I still got paid. When this happens in our world in direct sales, it hurts us because we are not hourly wagers. We are a volunteer army who has chosen to go into this business. We have chosen to be representatives, and we know what we love and what customers love. And like you said, when it goes and there's really no explanations, and a lot of times I can look at something and say, they absolutely didn't give that long enough. They didn't. If that wasn't catching on, they should have waited. They should have talked to people. They should, well, I'm because I think that other leaders and sellers could have said, but it is catching on with me. Or if they would have said, you're selling a lot of this. What is it that you're doing? What is the selling point for you? That's what they used to do with all of these different councils and all that they would have. So they would help people make something really big. Um, I'm hoping we might get back to something like that. I don't know, but I'm hoping. Janae, if you all aren't following the chat, has said, now I know we have test launches where they're trying to see how well they perform, but when it's items that they do really well and they just swipe it, we're left here trying to figure out what went wrong. Absolutely. Sharon says, I'm tracking and have to really come up with ways to keep up sales. For instance, I'm buying miniature jars and placing the perfume softeners in the jar. And even though the price point's low, the softeners seem to be available and the matching fragrances also seem to be available. That's huge. And that's another really good point. Sharon is like, okay, I'm tracking. I want to track for this cruise. I want to go on this. What is something that it seems like is never not available? And she got our perfume softeners, which she says are also linked to our perfumes, our Haiku, our Amari, whatever it is. And getting people hopefully turned on to that. And then what happens? Then they might just buy the fragrance, the matching fragrance with it too. So I do love that. That's a perfect idea of what she's doing that says, now look, what she's doing isn't easy. Let me go back to this. What she's doing is not easy, but she's like, right now, until things get better, I got to do what it takes to make it work. And look, and for many of you who are new or that are on here, or you're watching this on replay, you're going to say, but Molly, I don't think I can do that. Molly, that may not be in my budget. You don't have to do things on as grand of a scale as maybe Sharon is doing it, but you could do some. You could say, okay, I'm going to do this with this fragrance. You're going to get every fragrance. It's a lower priced item, as she said. Get a night magic, get an Amari, whatever. Dollar store has got these little cups that got the lids for almost nothing. But say to yourself, I want to share this with 5 people, with 3 people, with 10 people if you can. If you can get them turned on to it, when a lot of these, what we would view as samples for the scents are not always available, if you do that and you do it according to your budget, you may expand your fragrance side of what is available for sure. So that's a great help. Thank you for that, Sharon. That's huge. Um, Janae said that's exactly why I said it needs to be rep considered. I agree. The Crave lip glosses, I don't even know why they're gone because I used to buy them and just give them as free gifts. I don't know why, but they are. Pivot until they figure it out. Isn't that the truth? Yes, that is definitely what we're having. Do we still carry samples? I was looking for them under rep supplies, but didn't see anything. Yes, you can, but let me, where we used to get them, and they're not there anymore. We used to be able to go right to the, hold on one second. Believe I saw them in the what's new. Did you, Janae? Because I'm looking right now. And I don't see them.
I
That was
saw
one of
them.
the
I
complaints.
saw them online on the What's New, not in the book.
Online on the
Yeah,
what's new.
but
Okay,
I
okay.
don't. I haven't checked today, but I know the reason why I know this for a fact
Okay,
is
so
because I have a
let's
vendor
just
event.
take a look here. Let me real quick. We've got a little bit of time here.
I was gonna say I have a
Let
vendor
me
event I'm doing next weekend, and I remember looking at it and I was like, I think I have enough. I don't need to get any right now.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I still have samples, but of course, again, of course I do, because this is me right now. Let's see if we can find him here together. Hold on. Let me share the screen here. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me look here. Hold on. Let me get rid of the chat for 1 second. Let's take a look. Let's go to the what's new campaign 3. I've already looked at that, so it's not. So let's see. If we see anything here. Now, this may not load up, guys, because this may sign me out. We'll have to see.
Or if you need to, Molly, stop sharing your screen first, let it load, and then reshare, and it should load it. Because sometimes
Okay,
it slows down.
there we go. I just wanted to show people where they could go. Okay, let's look at this. Now, this is, of course, this is the what's new for campaign 3. That's coming up here. I can tell you, I know it's not in here because I'm looking at it. Unless they put an extra page online, that's what I was showing you all for the out for now. See what's in. gives you what's not available now and what you can get. Yeah, no, it's not. So let's do
Yeah,
this
so I
different.
don't see it when I look on the physical book, but if you click shop now or click the shop and then what's new,
And then what's new? It's
yeah,
not
where
on
it
the
shows the
sales tab
product, it
either.
shows the samples when you scroll like further down, not the sales to click on what's new,
Okay, what's new?
and it should take you to just the products. Yeah, and then when you scroll down, that's where the samples are, where I can see them.
Okay, let's go down here. Okay, well, there's right here.
Keep going,
It's weird.
right there.
Okay. So are you guys see this? Remember what Janae had me do. I went under shop. I went under what's new. Let's do this again.
You can
Okay.
actually too go back to shop what's new and over to samples. That way it'll take you straight to it too. But
Okay,
that way,
what's
you're under
new? And then,
categories.
okay, and there it is. Okay, so what's new? And well, yeah, Molly, stay on it. Samples. That's a way to do it, or you can go to the bottom of the page now, and this will show you what they have. Now, do they have as much as they used to?
No.
No. I will tell you some solid winners for me has been this Love at First Lash.
Faraway
No,
Bali, surprisingly. The Faraway Bali and the
yeah.
LYRD
Yep.
Peony or
Yep.
Peony, that one has been like a really good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. Absolutely. The foundation is good, but there's some of them that aren't available. So I'm a little bit
Mhm.
skeezy about handing out those right now because you can't get all the colors. But when you talk about skincare, here's the black suede for the men. So as you can see right now, there used to be more, but I'm believing that this is probably narrowed down right now because some things are being repackaged. Um, so if they have the samples, I would say that that probably means that they believe they have a sufficient supply. I mean, they do have the wild country, but yet they don't have the deodorant available. So that's where you're going to find your samples for what they have right now. And maybe that will be something too that Michael and them will address. Will address that hopefully that are we going to have a more healthy thing of samples because we know samples sell, we know. And I've had to send some samples to some of the newer reps on our team because they were looking for something specific and they couldn't get it on here, but I had them, so I was more than willing to give them some of the samples. But um sometimes the Live Out Loud, that's the newest one. They have that. Haiku is a really big seller. What I miss are things like, remember the Skin So Soft line that we used to have samples for, that for the body lotion, for the body wash, the shot. We used to have all of that. We haven't had that for a while, but I would love to see things like that come back. And again, if enough people say they want it back, I hope they listen. Sure, I hope they listen. But I don't know. I don't know. So I think if you haven't registered for, um, if you haven't registered for the kickoff, the kickstart, you need to. Because even if you can't be there live Friday from 3 to 5, if you register, you're going to get the replay. Okay, so you'll be able to go back in your own time frame and you'll be able to watch it. So please register for it. Grab that email, register, even if you can't be there live. It's only for 2 hours, but 2 hours is a lot if you have to work another job or you got your kids during that time and you're trying to pay attention. But in order to get that replay, because it's going to be a Zoom, because they're not putting this, I do not believe, on the USA site or anything, you have to register for the Zoom in order to get the replay. Okay. So make sure that you do that. And then, of course, if you have questions, we're going to be back here in 2 weeks and we will have more questions. Also, they are still working on finalizing campaign 26 because with bringing Canada representatives on to our system, there were some glitches as far as some people's orders went on campaign 1. I was really hoping that I was going to be drawing for the Tiffany card tonight and the $1,200 peacock and all of the social media lights and mirrors and all of that. But I can't do it and not know that everybody does not have. Look, if they didn't put in an order in 26, their entry shouldn't be in there. That's the truth, because it takes away from those of you who did what you should do. Um, but but if they are, they do have a right to be in it. So I'm going to have to wait again. Now, what I know is 1099s for leadership have got to be available by January 31st from Avon through the Avon Hyper Wallet. So as they're trying to sort all this out, when that happens, we may not be able to do this until February, but we will do it. I need to get it out of my house. It's all still sitting there, and I want to be able to pull the names for this. So we will be doing that. I just didn't want you all to think that I had forgotten. I just need to get the final numbers for 26. Sharon says, I am promoting in C2 the duo, his and her fragrance sets for $22.99 and using the samples for the Far Away and the Bali pages 28 and 29. That is great. So you see what she does. She's looking at the sets that are in campaign 2. She's like, okay, I need to turn people on to this. Let me give them the fragrance. And then she will tell you she promotes a sense of urgency. I mean, Sharon tells them, I need to know, do you want this deal by this day? It might be the next day. It might be 48 hours. Sometimes she might change it up. But she's like, I need to hear from you if you want this, because when it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it afterwards. And, we can't back order now. So, and she promotes that. So, I mean, I have seen her, where she has many orders from her people like, yeah, do you need a gift for somebody? It may not always be for that person, but if you need this, look at this deal, $22.99. Okay. This is what you can do. So I love the fact that although we do not have all the tools and the fun and everything that we need to keep us automatically encouraged and automatically excited about the business, she does what she has to go forth to try to make these numbers. She's going for the cruise. And yeah, is it more work for her? I get it. Now, for those of you who may not have the time that she has to do this, I feel you. This is why we're trying to get Avon to go back to make this easier and to make it more sufficient and to make it easier for you to share and to have the products in the box. I need you to know this should be the person who has all the effort and all the time to put in for it. And those people should probably do better than you because of everything that they're putting into it, 100%. But it also should be easy enough for you, my team, to take wonderful things that they give us and to be able to be assured that they have the product, and for you to be able to present that and know when you put that order in, you're going to get those products, because that's what it's all about. I want to see you hit Premiere this year. I want to see you hit PC. I want to see you hit higher than that if that's what your goal is. It's really hard to do that when we don't have what we need in our core section. But in the meantime, if you're like, but I want to know can I go the extra step until that happens? These ideas from Sharon, what she does. And again, if you don't have as many customers as Sharon, it's not going to take you as long as it takes Sharon, right? Put it together, put the time in with what things like she's doing, and then promote it to the people that want to be your customer. I mean, you promote it in your Facebook group that you have for your customers. If you don't have a Facebook group, why aren't you offer, hey, I got a great offer for these things right here. Message me if you're interested. I got to put the price or anything out there. You don't got to do all that. Just put that catch out there, put that hook out there, and have them ask you. And again, if you have those samples that you can send them, that you can give them, that you can drop by their house, that you can hang on their door, that you can stick in an envelope and mail it to them, and it'll get there in a day or so. Those are the things that you can do to keep this going for you now. Okay. This has been really good. I always love these ideas. Does anybody have anything as far as a question, something that you need to be shown, as far as what's going on in the future? we're hopefully going to know more about that on Friday. So I encourage you to try to be a part of that on Friday. And if not, register and catch the replay for sure. And that way, hopefully, we're going to have a lot of really great things to talk about with this. And we are going to see some, um, we're going to see some good things. I hope that they're going to be able to tell us they're coming. What I will tell you about this business, if you're new, or maybe you're coming back and you're like, but Molly, I don't understand why the struggle is so real with this right now. I'm going to tell you, you know, it's no different than life. It's no different than raising your kids. It's no different than the job you might be with that you don't hate, but it's not your favorite thing to do. There's always going to be struggles. And right now, there are some struggles within the company that is no fault of yours. It's no, it is absolutely stuff that Avon has to get together, that LG has to get together. Um, the concerns are there and they have been made known, and now we're waiting for them to reply to the concerns. And I do believe that they want to get back on their feet and they want us to be successful too. They want us around for another 138 years, 100%. They've got to. Um, we've just got to figure out how can we do our part in the meantime. Um, and I know the struggle has been real because for me, who's probably been in this business longer than any of you who are on here right now, the struggle is real for me. And I'm always going to be honest with you, always, because you deserve it. I owe it to you. It's what my reputation is based on, that I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, but I'm going to tell you I've stayed in it this long because I believe that the reps are worth it 100%. I believe our products are worthy of it because we have great products and our customers are worthy of it. I just need the corporate world to get on board with us and to do better. And if they do, we will take it and we will soar. So I am still in this. I'm not going anywhere. And I hope that you all feel the same, whether you're watching the recording or not. Um, I'm here. You need to vent. I'm here. Can't always let you vent when you want to vent because I might be working, but I will let you vent. Just text away and I'm gonna listen to you. But don't vent too long. Don't unpack there too long. Remember your Avon prepositions. How can you go over it, under it, around it, through it? What can I do? This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. What can I do to help build my business and go around these things that we're struggling with right now? That's the key. That's what I hope you'll do. Okay. Nobody has anything else. Let me check the chat just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, not missing anything. Looks like everybody's good. Okay. So orders go last chance for you to put in campaign 2 to get these samples to do things like what Sharon is talking about, to look forward in campaign 3, what's coming so that you know what you want to do, what you want to push, what you want to get people to go after. Take a look at that. You have until Tuesday at 11:59 Eastern Time PM to get your order on for campaign 2, and then on Wednesday campaign 3 will start, and hopefully you will be able to hit the ground running with that. Remember, sometimes the end of the campaign is definitely where your preparation comes in for your next campaign. You should always be thinking a campaign ahead, always, about what can you do in the coming campaign. So take a look at it online. If you don't have it in person, take a look at the brochure, which you can see. You can see a preview for what's going to be in there. I'm going to be sharing tomorrow. Hold on, there is another live coming. Let me take a look at this. Hold on, let me give you this and then I'll let you go. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. Where's Jess's thing? Okay. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we are gonna have a $60 and $100 offer called Avon's Best Sellers. Codes are going to be BEST, BEST 60 and BEST 100. You'll be able to get a 3-piece set with any $60 purchase and a 4-piece set. Some of these products are really great. I love them. I'm going to be sending the artwork for these if you are in the text program. I've already put them in the groups. Team Onward and Onward No Matter What, they're there. but I'm going to send the artwork for these. And when it expires, it doesn't start. Now, don't promote it tomorrow until 3 o'clock, because this does not go live. What am I talking about? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. This is for Thursday, y'all. What am I talking about? It's not tomorrow, but I'm sending it tomorrow. Do not promote this until Thursday at 3 o'clock, because these codes do not go live until this live happens. Okay. So if you're watching this, make sure when you get that, if somebody tries to do this at 2:30, they're going to say the code doesn't work, because code's not going to work, not until after 3 o'clock. Okay. But now that they've taken this back to the $60 order and the $100 order, this is a really good thing. And if you have an order to put in and you're ready to put your order in, you should be able to use these codes too to get your freebies. Okay. I think that's still intact. I haven't seen anything different on that. Let me see. I see something in the chat. Trying to get my team to start joining these. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard because of the time that they have them. I get it. Sometimes it's really, sometimes it's hard for me. It's in the middle of the day and sometimes I can't, but that's why I try to think ahead. Okay, I've got these, I've got the pictures. I know this live is going to be at 3 o'clock. My customers may not watch the live. I'm going to put it on there. They may not, but I want them to get the deals. Do they want the deals, which is good? Or if you have a team member who is looking to place their order within the time frame that this is good, they can use these codes if their order is $60 or $100, and they can get these products also. So it's a win-win all the way around. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, I am going to say a good night, and onward, no matter what. Don't forget that we have not given up. We are working through this valley, and we're going to stand up, get out of the quicksand 100%. Take some of these suggestions that Sharon has given, some of the stuff Janae has put in here. Denise, I hope you feel better. Letitia, Lorena, Khadijah, Ashley, man, so glad all of you can be there. Where'd my little buddy go? Is she gone? Did he go to bed? Oh my gosh, she doesn't have us on there. No, she okay. Is he still there?
Hold on.
Okay, did he go to bed there? Where he
He's
at?
eating
There
his
he
Oreos.
is. Night, buddy.
Can you say
Saying good
bye-bye?
night from jail. Saying good night from jail. I know you. I know. It's all good. It's all good. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So love
Him
you
and his
guys. Take
Oreos.
care. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.